6 o'clock hour here on the Sunrise Show. I feel like last hour I got a little bit of bullying because I mentioned that U.S. history was my favorite subject as a third grader. No time to think about this. Off the top of your head, favorite subject in elementary school?
Science.
English.
Social studies, which is kind of history.
None of us said gym.
Nerds!
None of us said lunch. No, I feel pretty good about this group right now.
We're very educated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very studious group coming at you on this Monday morning. Rodney.
PE was good, except for that one time a year they forced you to do 50 sit-ups. You know, that was...
Will you share with us later the story of you trying out for the basketball team and how that went, or should we save that for another day?
Let's say that for
That's a good one,
day.
though.
Let's just say my PE basketball coach knew non-talent when he saw it. There's a look at their skies over the city this morning. 57 degrees is the temperature outside. This is going to be a lovely day. Absolutely wonderful for the first day back into the classroom for some. 72 at noon, a very summer afternoon. 84 degrees will be the high temperature. Here's Chris McGinnis.
All right, Rod, on a more serious note here, I want to pick it up in southeast Portland. Right now, Portland Fire and Rescue on the scene of an early morning overnight house fire on southeast Flavel. Flavel right now is closed between 72nd and 76th. We don't have a lot of details on this situation at the moment. However, we're hearing from photojournalist Eric Patterson that the medical examiner has shown up to the scene, and we're waiting to hear more details from Portland Fire and Rescue coming up in just a couple of minutes. Your traffic solution to get around this closure of southeast Flavel will be Duke to the north or Crystal Springs Boulevard to the south. We'll certainly keep you posted. The freeway drive is in pretty good shape, but I do have some trouble on the west side. Hillsborough eastbound TV Highway Oak is closed right now, or I should say 2 lanes are closed at Southeast 3rd Avenue. And now we've got some trouble on Cornelius Pass Road with a disabled vehicle just east of Skyline Boulevard. We'll keep you posted on that as well. China?
All right, Chris, thank you. Today, an Oregon federal court judge will hear evidence involving the proposed merger between Kroger and Albertsons. The judge will decide whether to grant the FTC's request for a preliminary injunction that would halt the merger before it can complete its internal review of the deal. Now, the challenge has been backed by the state of Oregon, as well as Oregon Senator Ron Wyden and Washington Representative Pramila Jayapal. If this merger is approved, Kroger and Albertsons have agreed to sell more than 500 stores in places where their stores overlap. The hearing is expected to last until September 13th.
In Clackamas County, one man died after a crash on Saturday afternoon involving a car and a motorcycle on Highway 224. This happened by the intersection of Southeast Fall Creek Road near Estacada. And according to Oregon State Police, the car was starting to turn into a driveway when it hit the motorcycle. The man on the motorcycle, 71-year-old Richard Dethridge of Silverton, died at the scene.
Police in Northeast Portland are investigating a death after they found a body while responding to a call near Northeast Fremont and 105th Avenue. This happened just before 1 yesterday morning. They're asking anyone with information to contact Portland police.
In Washington County, Southwest 185th in Aloha was shut down between Blanton and Shaw for several hours yesterday after a pedestrian was hit by a car. It happened around 6:30. The Washington County Sheriff's Office says the person who was hit suffered serious injuries.
Police in Vancouver arrested a man who allegedly slashed the tires of dozens of cars. Officers say 43-year-old Colin Kent has been booked on first-degree malicious mischief. They say from Friday night through Saturday morning, he allegedly slashed the tires of at least 36 vehicles in neighborhoods on Kaufman Avenue between West 29th and 39th Streets.
Over the weekend, tens of thousands of travelers faced long lines at SeaTac after a cyber attack, and it is still not clear this morning when this situation will be resolved. Airport staff discovered unauthorized activity on Saturday morning, and they confirmed it was a cyber attack on Sunday afternoon. Throughout the weekend, airport staff had limited internet access, and travelers lost access to the airport's website. Officials say TSA wasn't compromised, but that didn't stop long lines from forming yesterday at security.
They told us in an email and in a text, try not to check a bag if you can. Well, we can't do that. We have to check our bag. We've got a very large bag.
Seems challenging given the outages. People trying to get home on a Sunday, want to get home for Monday, so it's tough.
A spokesperson for Alaska says staff had to manually sort over 7,000 bags because they missed their flights. Again, it's still not clear when this cyber attack issue will be resolved.
The Beaverton School District is now being sued over the alleged actions of a former football coach. Jamal Jones is accused of slapping players awake at an overnight camp this summer. The parents of the 17-year-old filed the suit accusing the district of negligence. Court documents state that the district should have foreseen the change or the chance of Jones causing harm, claiming that there were past incidents of verbal and physical assaults against students. The family is asking for $125,000. The coach has resigned and is facing 12 counts of misdemeanor harassment.
High school students in Beaverton are going to get a little more sleep this year, assuming they go to bed early, after the district pushed back high school start times by an hour.
Our Thomas Schultz found that there is one big reason for this change.
Well, you can bet kids are thrilled with this change because they were arriving to class at 7:45. Now, school doesn't start until 8:45, and this new start aligns with research. High schoolers perform better a bit later in the morning.
First day jitters are nothing new at the beginning of the school year, though this go round, teens across Beaverton are also breathing a sigh of relief.
I'm honestly really excited.
With school starting a bit later, and students and staff think that change will help kids focus.
Waking myself up and trying to stay awake the whole class period was so hard.
Getting a little more sleep, starting school a little bit later means they're ready to learn when they get here.
Elisa Shore is the principal of Sunset High School. She says a later start should boost productivity.
I would imagine we'll see kids talking to each other more, asking better questions, just being ready for school. So we should see grades improve.
And even the American Academy of Pediatrics has chimed in, saying high school start times earlier than 8:30 contribute to insufficient sleep for teens.
So research consistently shows that high school brains work better a little bit later.
Other districts have made similar moves. Years ago, Evergreen in Washington pushed back high school start times. Last year, Vancouver Public Schools did the same. And in Beaverton, the change means young kids will start a little bit earlier, so buses can stay on schedule, though their earlier start time isn't expected to impact learning.
Research shows that for our elementary age kids, an earlier start doesn't have any significant impact on their academic achievement,
while giving older kids a little help.
I honestly think focus will improve.
And this is something Beaverton has been working toward for a long time. For years, they've planned this change, and finally, it's going into action. Thomas Schultz, KGW News.
Rod, I think we all agree, Rod, that the little kids, the kids in elementary school, probably wake up earliest the best. The debate could be had as to whether or not you should have high school kids or middle school kids go in later, because in our district, the middle school kids go in the latest.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I do have memories of, I played trombone in the marching band in high school, and on football Fridays, we had marching band practice at 6:30 in the morning.
Oof.
And I remember that was a oof.
That prepared you for this, though, Rod, this early morning call on the Sunrise Show.
Yes, I could not do the 4:35, 6 o'clock news in the morning unless I had that marching band practice. Here's our early wake-up call anyway. You can see the clouds behind me and see how they kind of arc out this little bowl of where it's clear. This is a cold weather pocket that comes in quickly tonight into tomorrow and then is gone. So Tuesday is a one-day cool down, and we will be looking at the possibility of at least some rain shower activity with this map. I'm going to walk over manually and change the map. Something isn't clicking for me, so pardon me. All right, here comes our Lincoln City camera. Anyway, I was pointing out that clouds will come in overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, and we may get a little bit of rain with some of that. But for today, it's great. You saw the kind of hazy to sunny skies, or clear skies at this time of the morning over Lincoln City, 57 degrees from Chinook Winds Casino Resort camera. It's going to be a beautiful sunny start and a beautiful sunny finish here in Portland from the Wells Fargo Tower. And looking off to the east up at Timberline, clear skies as well. Here are the temperatures right now to start off your Monday morning on this back to school Monday for some. 51 up in Kelso, it's 50 in Newport, Salem 56, Salem 56, the Dalles 55, and we've got cool numbers out east, Baker City 42, and Burns is at 40. Lulu's our KGW dog of the day on this Monday. Use that hashtag KGW dog of the day, post on your own social media channels. Hopefully we'll find your photo and your dog will be our dog of the day. Everybody's dry We'll see some increasing cloudiness up along the north coast and maybe into Cowlitz County later today ahead of that system that comes in tonight. Otherwise, it's mostly sunny, and inland areas are going to be low to mid 80s from Portland to Salem to the Dalles, Madras, and Baker City. Winds generally will be on the light side today as well. Here's our 7-day forecast. A really nice Monday, 84, sunny skies. Tomorrow, clouds in the morning, maybe some light showers around, becoming partly cloudy, only 75. But then we get the sun and we warm back up. 83 Wednesday, and we could go on a run, it looks like we will, of 90-degree temperatures Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Right now I show 93 on Friday and Saturday, but those numbers may get bumped up into the mid-90s if the pattern holds. And of course, that goes into Labor Day weekend. That's your update for now.
All right, Rod, thank you.